guys, this is Mike, no use for a last name, part of the What's in Your Head podcast. I have purchased the infamous Shimano Curado DC 150 HD. I'm gonna do an unboxing for you, kind of show you what comes in the box. It's a nice box, as boxes go. I mean, nothing crazy. On the side of the box, it gives you all your basic information. CuradoDC 150 HG, it's a 7.4:1. It is a right hand because I fish, or I reel right-handed. 11-pound drag, total weight 7.8 ounces. Bearings are 6+1 at 7.4:1, which is 31 inches of line being reeled in. Your nylon and mono for poundage versus yards is 10-pound monofilament at 120 yards, 12-pound at 110, and 14-pound at 90. Your braid is 20-pound at 150 yards, 30-pound at 135 yards, and 40-pound at 105 yards. Nothing crazy about the box other than the fact that it's a box. This is a DC model, so it does have the digital control braking system, and it is the Curado, so it does have the all metal frame. So let's open the box here and see what comes in it. So we have some paperwork for starters. Please adjust cast control knob on the reel equipped with DC brake. The method of setting the spool tension with the cast control knob is different from the conventional braking system. Please loosen cast control knob to the point that the spool does not rattle in the axial direction. If the cast control knob is tightened more than necessary, the DC system cannot demonstrate its original performance. So basically what that is saying is the knob on the handle side of the reel is basically just tension for the spool. And I've seen quite a few other people do videos about how to make that adjustment, and all it is basically you just want to tighten it enough so that the side motion of the spool is at a very minimum or non-existent. You don't want it too tight, otherwise the braking system isn't going to work correctly, but you also don't want it too loose. According to some others that I've heard of, you don't want it too loose because then the charging system for the microchip does not operate correctly. So bringing the box back in, a nice little bubble wrapped deal there, and there it is, the Shimano Curado DC 150. First impressions, nice grip on the handles, smooth, and that's that back and forth motion that I was telling you about. Let's loosen this up here. You can kind of hear that, and you can kind of see it, the back and forth on the spool there. If we tighten that up basically until the spool kind of stop making noise and stop the left to right motion, and that's where you want it to be, is right around there. So different kind of controls on the side. Doesn't want to go to 4. So this has 4 different positions in it based on your style of fishing. It also has the open position so that you can open up the side cover as you can on most baitcaster reels. And there's the inside. And there's your spool. And the digital control system is inside your side cover here, and at least I understand that it's inside the side cover. It is all obviously greased and lubricated, and you likely do not want to take all that stuff apart unless you really know what you're doing. So the DC has 4 different spool positions, 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is kind of difficult to get to, I've noticed. 3, 2, 1, and then the last position is open to open up your side plate and to have access to your spool and any kind of maintainable parts or anything like that. So overall, nice design, really tight. You can kind of hear it now. I haven't done anything with this. I did open the box just to look at it when I picked it up in the mail, but you can kind of hear the braking system as I spin the handle. But that's kind of what you get in the box. I mean, you know, nothing else in there. So you do get some paperwork that comes with it. This one in particular is pretty awesome because if you are anything like me and you like to tinker and you like to try and repair your own stuff, this is the full lineup of the Curado DC. Looks like, you know, the 150, the HG, XG, the 151, HG, XG. And it's just, it's all of the parts that are in the reel. So that's definitely a nice thing to have. It looks like it is in possibly 2 different languages. I speak English. I don't speak any other languages. But this side is fully in English. So it tells you everything that you need, like this is my particular model, E-lock with your part number, description of what it is, O-ring, spool tensioner spacers, roller clutch bearing, screw, part numbers, everything. And I'm sure you can probably go on their website. If you need parts or anything like that, you can order them directly from their website or one of their affiliates or something like that. So that's pretty cool that they give you a whole list of parts. This seems like it's definitely more of an investment as opposed to just going to, you know, somebody like Bass Pro Shops, or for some of you northern guys like Academy Sports, or western guys Academy Sports, and or Dick's Sporting Goods or something like that, and just picking up a reel off the shelf, using it basically until it breaks, and then having to buy a new one. So this seems like it's more of an investment as opposed to just your run-of-the-mill type of reel that you buy and run it until it breaks, basically. And then obviously you get your instruction guide, see your CuradoDC for all these models, so it's all the same pretty much for the entire 150 and 151 lineup. And this looks like it's just, you know, your typical instruction guide as far as like probably do's and don'ts, and like spool access, cast control setting for the brake, digital control braking system, kind of explaining what that does. Super stopper, I'm not sure what that is. I haven't read any of this yet, so I definitely want to go through and read it for sure. Quick Fire 2 clutch bar, I'm assuming that may be an upgrade. S3D spool is probably also an upgrade. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if any of this stuff is standard or not. Yeah, the Quickfire 2 clutch bar, it's the ability to control both the spool and the clutch with your thumb, the natural hand position, so on and so forth. I mean, maybe this is the verbiage that they use for some of their particular parts, but it just gives you your basic information about the reel that you would get with anything that you buy. Your basic instruction manual on how to use it and how to care for it and things like that. So overall, so far, I like it. It's definitely, this is my only complaint so far, is it is really difficult to go from position 3 to position 4 and then back from position 4 to position 3. I don't know why it's so tight, but it is. I did a little bit of research online, and I don't know if it's some kind of a design flaw or if it's supposed to be that tight on purpose. I mean, I don't feel like it should be. I mean, it's taken a lot, and I can't even get it to move to that position right now. So I kind of scarred it up a little bit because I tried to use a little bit of a tool on there, which it is what it is, but it's just really difficult to go from position 3 to position 4 without really jamming your thumb. There it is. And back is a little bit easier, but going forward is kind of a pain. So, but backward is not that difficult. I've also heard that the 4 different positions that are on this dial are for different styles of fishing. I don't know how true that is, but that's something that I will have to look into more as I start to actually use this reel. I do have a medium heavy rod that I'm going to be putting this on, and I will be taking my Abu Garcia Roxani baitcaster off of that, putting it on a different rod. But so far, this is probably the most expensive reel that I've ever bought. It's not the most expensive piece of fishing equipment that I've ever bought, but it's definitely one of the most expensive individual little items that I've ever purchased for this particular hobby and sport. I'm excited to use it. I'm excited to get some practice casting in and actually put it on the water and see how well it's going to work. Obviously, the whine, everybody likes to mention, you know, that's a very specific to this reel, that casting whine. So it's definitely something that a lot of people like to salivate over. And then I've also heard the opposite, that some people don't care for it anymore, so it gets kind of annoying and it's overhyped. So that is it for the basic run through of this reel and the unboxing. Maybe we'll do some kind of a video in the future about how it's working and you know, the first time use or something like that. Maybe we will do a year review or a couple years down the road or something to that effect. So I don't get on videos that often, but When I do, I like to try and be as informative as possible, and I hope you found this informative. Wasn't really much that you could learn about it other than what you will expect when you open the box, basically, and kind of what to expect with that little dial there. I've heard a little bit online, like on Reddit and whatnot, about this being an issue for a lot of other people. I don't know if it's an issue for every reel. I don't know if it's supposed to do that or whatnot. I really don't know a whole lot about this reel other than I know a lot of people use it and it's pretty sought after, so it'll be exciting to be able to use it for the first time for sure. Hopefully you guys can be along for that experience. So thank you for watching. We will see you in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, all that fun stuff. Go check us out at the What's in Your Head podcast. You can find it on basically any platform where you get your podcasts. The video format of that podcast is at d-410 or d-410.com or at what'sinyourhead.com. You can follow me at nousemike or at MikeNoUse on various platforms, mostly Instagram, since apparently TikTok is getting banned sometime in the next week or so. Thanks for watching and thanks for following.